Sometime in August 2023, as a group, the Niger Delta Development Agenda raised alarm over the fact that the 10th Senate, under the leadership of Senator Akpabio, constituted 74 standing committees and made not even one senator from Delta State chairman of any of these committees. We raised it. While we hailed the constitution of these committees, we frowned at the fact that as many as the committees were, almost every state was allocated the chairmanship of a committee except Delta State. With our focus solely on Southern Nigeria, out of the 74 committees at the time, Cross River State got 3 committees, Rivers State got 2, Akwa Ibom State got 2, Edo State got 1, Bayelsa State got 1, while Delta State got 0. Even as we lamented and appealed, we understood that the appointment of senators as members and chairmen of committees was the prerogative of the Senate President at his pleasure, if I may add. We also understood that the bulk of the senators were first-timers and their appointments were largely influenced by their internal politicking at the time of the election of the Senate President. Months into the leadership of the Senate, there have been several committee reshuffles. These reshuffles have seen senators who were members of committees become vice chairmen and eventual chairmen of committees. This move reflects the leadership acumen of Senate President Godswill Akpabio, obviously hinged on inclusiveness. The recent reshuffle of the leadership of House of the Senate committees saw Senator Natasha from Kogi State yanked off as chairman of the Senate Committee on Local Content, and Senator Joel Onuagbo Thomas from Delta State announced as the new chairman of the committee. That singular move has been the underlying tone behind the whole rubbers coming out of the Senate throughout the week. First, the Niger Delta Development Agenda hereby described the Senate President Godswill Akpabio as the defender of the Niger Delta region. We wish to commend him for his leadership acumen in bringing the chicken home to roost. Senator Natasha has enjoyed the privilege of heading the Local Content Committee because of her marital affiliations to the Niger Delta region. She's our daughter-in-law and she's our wife. Nothing more and nothing less. If the Senate leadership, which made her a chairman, decides to remove her as chairman, it is rather distasteful of her to throw tantrums as she is doing. The contribution of the Niger Delta region to the economic development of our beloved country, Nigeria, cannot be overemphasized. The chairmanship of the Local Content Committee provides ample opportunity for interaction with all stakeholders in the oil exploration sector. Hence, it will be tantamount to great disservice if this all-important portfolio is given to anybody outside the Niger Delta region. Again, while we see the Senate chairman, the Senate committee leadership reshuffling as timely and necessary, we hail the Senate President Godswill Akpabio for protecting the Niger Delta region and for giving one of our own from the Niger Delta region chairman of the Local Content Committee. In the same vein, we reiterate that the appointment of members and chairmen of committees are prerogative of the Senate leadership. Thus, the vilification of the Senate leadership, whose grace Senator Natasha has enjoyed, is rather distasteful and undignifying of his distinguished personality. We urge her to embrace the reality of privilege to serve her in-laws and should respect the region further by sheathing her sword. Internal politics have been played. It favors you sometimes and goes against you some other time. When it favors you, you rejoice and utilize it. But when it goes against you, you embrace it as one of those times and forge ahead. That is what politics is all about. In all, the Niger Delta Development Agenda commends the leadership of the Senate for listening to our call by giving Delta State a committee to oversee. We urge Niger Deltans and Nigerians by extension to give necessary support to the 10th Nigerian Senate. Lastly, we thank you, gentlemen of the press,